A woman's scream pierced the air as the body of a long-missing high school girl was finally discovered. The body had been submerged in water for 2 months. The skin had badly decomposed. While her identity could be confirmed through documents and DNA testing, the exact cause of death was nearly impossible to determine from the autopsy. The victim's mother broke down on the spot and sobbed uncontrollably. The police chief had no choice but to promise her they would find the killer as soon as possible. Right at that moment, Hana walked into the police station to file a report. She said someone had nearly choked her to death, and the suspect was the magician at the amusement park. That immediately put the police on high alert, because investigators had recently reviewed surveillance footage showing a person dressed in a magician's costume deliberately destroying missing person flyers for the girl. The robbery the night before had also been linked to that same magician. Police learned that Yai had been closely associated with the magician, so they went to her school to question her. When Yai heard the magician was now a suspect in the robbery, she flat out refused to believe it. To get her to cooperate, the police chief brought in another witness. The moment that witness walked in, Yai froze.
반가워라. 드디어 만났네.
Standing in front of her was the store manager who had once made unwanted advances toward her. Just the sight of him brought back everything he had done to her, and her face filled with fear. This man, who should have been facing justice himself, had the nerve to turn around and point the finger at someone else. He claimed the magician and Yai were working together and had both tried to kill him. According to him, the plan was for Yai to lure him to the hillside near the amusement park while the magician ambushed and murdered him. As it turned out, the magician's levitation act was nothing but a trick. Under the cover of a sweeping cape, he shoved the manager over the railing. The injury to his spine left him bedridden in the hospital for over 2 weeks. He even pointed to his face and said the two of them had ruined his good looks. Police immediately launched an operation to arrest the magician. But Yai kept insisting they had the wrong person. The magician pulled her aside so she wouldn't get caught up in the chaos and told her not to worry. He said as long as she believed in him, nothing anyone else said mattered. But the police chief decided to tell Yai the truth about who the magician really was. The magician's real name was Ryu Min-hyuk. He had dropped out of high school. 10 years ago, he disappeared while receiving treatment at a psychiatric hospital. 3 years ago, he had been investigated twice in connection with a missing elementary school student case. After hearing all of this, Yui stood completely still. She began to question whether her own judgment had been right all along. She was terrified she had made the wrong call. But just then, Ro Idung stepped up and said he also believed the magician was innocent. Determined to find proof, the two of them tracked down the magician's closest old classmate. Through that classmate, they learned about the magician's past. Just as they finished listening and were about to leave, Yui's phone rang. It was the police chief calling.
경찰서에서 조사받다가 아저씨가 사라졌대.
뭐?